Nah, it's actually a Decktech. Let's get into it, but it's still got cats. Today we'll be taking a look at Ajani Nacatl Pariah, a 1/2 for 2 mana that ETBs with a 2/1 cat warrior creature token, and whenever a cat we control dies, we may transform him to his planeswalker side. That is Ajani Nacatl Avenger. This legendary planeswalker has 3 abilities. Its +2 lets us put a counter on each cat we control. For 0, we get to make a cat warrior creature token, then we get to dome something equal to the number of creatures we have as long as we control a red permanent, and its ultimate is a one-sided board wipe your opponents will not want to see. So let's take a look at all the cats we're going to jam into this deck. First up, there's Adaptive Automaton. This is one ugly cat because it's a construct on 2 legs, it's bipedal, but it buffs all of our other creatures and becomes a cat when we choose cat. It's everyone's favorite thing to do, steal your opponent's draws. We have Alms Collector. He'll do just that. When your opponents draw more than 2 cards, you steal one. For some reason, cats are the raccoons of the Magic the Gathering universe, even though we just got raccoons because they love shiny things like equipment. Armored Skyhunter is going to get an equipment out of our deck when it attacks. Brimaz, King of Oreskos, is going to make us cats when he attacks and make us cats when he blocks. He's the real cat daddy. Hey, look, we finally put a red cat in here. Probably just this one though, Chartooth Cougar, and we're never going to cast it. We're going to mountain cycle it. Mutate, I still don't understand this mechanic. I don't really know what it does. Let me know in the comments if you know how it works. But if we mutate Cub Warden, we get 2 cats. Now it's time for our fun fact of the day. Cats really hate enchantments. These 2 prove it. Enlightened Ascetic and Felidar Cub both destroy enchantments. It's combo time. We have Felidar Guardian. It blinks another creature. I put Kiki Jiki in the deck even though he's not a cat, just to have a combo. Felidar Retreat fits everything this deck wants to do. It makes cats and puts counters on cats. It's basically Ajani. Did you really believe me and think there was only 1 red card in the entire deck, Chartooth Cougar? We got Firecat Blitz. This makes a ton of red cats that we have to sacrifice, and we can flash it back by sacking our lands. Highcliffe Felidar is basically Soul Shatter in this deck because we get to destroy the most powerful creature on our opponent's boards. Have fun with that. It's time for a classic. We have Jareth, Leon, and Titan. This is an excellent blocker, and that's about it, because it can gain protection from any color to block well. Look, we have Ajani's brother. He's not as good because he's not a planeswalker, but he does buff our attacking creatures. Kimba, Caught Enduring, is a cat-making machine. It makes cat tokens, it does care about equipments, but this deck really doesn't. I would have assumed that Simba would have been a legendary creature and a rare, but he's King of the Pride, he just buffs our cats. Leonin War Leader is just going to make us a bunch of 1/1 cat creatures when it attacks, and they have lifelink. We can gain a little bit of life. Sick, we actually do have an equipment in this deck. Line Sash, a cat equipment. It's just going to hate graveyards, get big, or make the creature it's equipped to really big. Oh look, we have another misshapen cat. It's Metallic Mimic. Comes into play as a cat, and it gives all the other cats counters. We've got more weird looking cats coming up right now with Mirror Entity. This shapeshifter can make all of our creatures huge if we pay some mana into it. Oreskos Explorer is basically a landlord because when it ETBs, our opponents are going to have more lands than us, so we get to tutor up 3 plains cards. We can grab non-basics. Rockshot Golden Cub is the ultimate cat lord because if it's equipped, all of our cats get +2/+2 and have double strike to really get some damage in. We all know Egyptians worship cats in our own timeline, but the Amonkhet Knights do worship cats as well. They're Magic the Gathering's Egyptians. So we have Regal Caracol, comes into play with some cats, buffs our cats, gives cats lifelink. Besides sounding like an 80s anime, Skyhunter Strike Force gives all of our creatures melee as long as we control our commander. That means they're going to get buffed the more players we attack. Stalking Leon is another one of those stupid gotcha cards that only work 33% of the time. And when it does work, it's going to feel awesome, but I don't think it will ever work for you. We have another designer cat breed here, Torian Mauler. This thing doesn't even really look like a cat anymore, but it is a cat, and it gets counters every time an opponent casts a spell. Most of our cats are widow guys that will end up in the pet cemetery, and we can bring them back with Trove Warden. When a land ETBs, we exile the cat from our graveyard, then when Trove Warden goes bye-bye, we get our cats back. Our final cat card isn't even a cat or a creature, it's an instant, White Sun Zenith. It's going to allow us to make a ton of cat creature tokens, and then we get to shuffle it in our library, and hopefully do it again later in the game. If you want to check out the full list to this deck, it's on Moxfield. It goes over things besides cats. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one.